Today is my first day at work. I'm trying to tame this hair, but it's difficult. And I think I'm on time. Yeah, I'm pretty much on time. I'm gonna be like 15 minutes early. It's still pretty early for me. Right now it's 5:40. And I'm almost there. I don't know where to put my stuff. I still don't know a lot of stuff. So let's figure out. Hello. It's another day. I haven't been able to vlog like a lot of what's happening, mainly because I'm lazy. I still don't have an apartment. I am at the Airbnb, which is a little bit unorganized area. It was supposed to be an Airbnb, but actually, like at the end of the day, I did book it directly from the website. It's called Sonder Apartments or something like that. It was like $1,300 for 2 weeks. Only for 2 weeks. That's like 1 month rent in a very nice, good apartment. But actually, I don't know if I've already talked about this, but well, whatever. The area where I'm staying at, and there are a lot of homeless. And so it was very creepy the other day that I went to work because I left my house at 5:30, and right when I opened the door, I see this man peeing outside the door, and I'm like, it was so dark and I could only see that, and I was like, ah! Help me. Well, whatever. So I already started working, of course. I only have gone 1 day to work, and it was very interesting. I'm not gonna comment too much about it. But well, whatever. So yeah, apparently I am doing early mornings, which I'm not a fan of, but also I don't want to be that person that is like, oh, can I come in later? Because actually, like, no, why, you know? And so yeah, that happened. What else happened? Well, oh yeah. So the apartment I was applying for, at the end of, I want to see so many apartments, and a lot of the times when I arrived to tour the apartment, they would stood me up. One of them didn't reply, and then another one actually replied like an hour later and said, "Oh, I forgot to put it on my schedule. I'm so sorry. Yeah, can we do it tomorrow? But also that apartment is not available anymore." And I'm like, dude, I booked an appointment, a tour appointment with you yesterday's night, and today is morning. So how come it's already rented? Like, what didn't you tell me that it was about to be rented? I would have applied without even seeing it, because it was a good location, like the neighborhood seemed pretty nice and all that. But well, whatever. So it seems like actually, like, finding an apartment in Dallas is not that pretty. And yeah, well, the first week I applied for an apartment that I saw online since I was in Mexico, and I liked it, but I did want to be here and see the neighborhood, because the apartment could be beautiful, but really if it's in a bad neighborhood, or it's really like hard for me to get to my work, I don't want it. So I didn't heard anything from that apartment after I applied, and they asked me for some extra documents, and I sent those documents, and then I didn't hear anything back. And so I was like, hey, I don't know if you remember me, but I applied for one of your apartments, and I hope it's still available because I really want it. And so he was like, he answered me like a day or two later, and he said like, oh, I'm so sorry for replying so late, but actually like I'm only waiting on your manager to I'm only waiting on your employer to get back to me saying that you actually work there. And I'm like, my employer? Did had a lot of trouble with the girl who was my HR contact because she was supposed to put me in the system like 2 weeks ago and she didn't. And so it was I needed to get into the system so I can clock in, clock out, all that stuff. And also get my pay and get my hours, start counting and all that stuff. But whatever. When she actually put me in the system, she put that I am from Hong Kong. I think that's funny, but not funny because it also got like it got complicated at the time that I wanted to do like my fingerprints and all that stuff. So yeah, whatever. She's the one that was supposed to reply to this guy from the apartment, and of course she didn't. And so I told the guy from the apartment like, oh, I'm so sorry, like this is my HR contact, maybe she just didn't know what this was about, and so but I can give you my manager's contact. And so I gave him my boss's contact, and so he emailed her. And then I went to my boss and I told her like, hey, so I'm applying for apartments, and you're gonna receive, you must have received an email from this guy, his name is Shalala, and he just wants to know that I work there. And he was like, okay, yeah, I'll keep an eye. And I'm like, and I'm like, you haven't received anything yet? And she said, no, I haven't. And I'm like, can you check like your spam, because it's most likely that it's there because he already emailed you. And so she opened the spam, and the first one that pops up is that one. And she's like, oh, okay, I'll reply right away. And so she replied right away. And then after she sent the email, he called me and he said, oh, hey, guess what? So they reply, and so you're good to go. Like, but this was last Friday. So he said like, you're good to go. So we have the apartment available now. Like you can take it. But when would you like to come in? It was already late, so the office was about to close. So he said like, when do you want to start your lease? And I'm like, as soon as possible. And he said like, oh well, we don't work on weekends, and Monday it's a holiday because Memorial Day, and so we won't be working. And I said, oh, okay, so Tuesday, like right away, like whatever it is, fine. And so as soon as possible. And so he was like, okay, Tuesday, we're gonna be pretty busy after 2:30, so is 12:30 good for you? And I'm like, bitch, I work. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, but I work, and I need to, I'm off work after 2:30. And he was like, oh, okay, well, 3:30. And I'm like, oh, so you're not gonna be busy? And I'm like, okay, sure, yeah, 3:30. And so that's the plan. I gotta go tomorrow to sign my lease and all that stuff, and I hope the fuck yeah, because otherwise I need to find a place to stay, because this apartment ends on June 1st. And yeah, I need to move like ASAP. So yeah, and also my bike. I haven't got my bike yet. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I bought a bike, and I didn't like any of the bikes. Well, I did like one bike from the bike store, but it was $600, and I was like, no, if they're gonna steal it from me, it's not gonna cost that much. So I was like, oh no, and so I ordered another one, so they were going to get, it was going to arrive there, and they will assemble it, and they will put an extra brake because I requested an extra brake, because it's a coaster brake, and so I like that. I like to brake with the pedals, but just to be like extra careful, and just for any other circumstance, I wanted like a brake for the front wheel, and so they trying to put it on, but apparently it's not that easy, or I don't know. I don't know how this works. So apparently they're having trouble with it and they need to replace a piece of not, I don't know what. And so he told me that on Friday, like, oh, hey, your bike arrived and also it comes with this thing, but usually people don't put it on. And but do you want it on? Well, I could try to make it fit because sometimes it doesn't fit very well. And I'm like, just keep it off. Like, I don't care. And he said like, oh, okay. And also with the brake, I don't know if it's gonna be I don't even understand what he said. And I'm like, okay. And he said like, so I'm gonna try to put it on and it should be ready by tomorrow. He said that on Friday. And I'm like, okay, sounds great. Awesome. Yeah, I can come pick it up tomorrow. And so I told him like, oh, so do you want me to come tomorrow or are you gonna call me? And he said like, oh no, I call you. And I'm like, okay, fine. And so Saturday comes and he never calls me. And I'm like, shit, like the store is closed and he didn't call me. And then Sunday, yesterday I called them because fortunately they were open and I was like, hey dude, like what's going on with my bike? And he said like, oh, as I told you, it's going to be like trouble with this piece, but my boss has been very busy, so I haven't got time to talk to him. And I'm like, bullshit, dude, the bullshit, like just tell me what's up, I need my bike. And so he was like, yeah, so but I'm pretty sure that we're gonna have it by the end of the day. And I'm like, oh, okay. And he said like, yeah, I'll call you later today so you can come pick it up. And I'm like, okay. He never did. And so it's Monday and I cannot call them because they are closed today because of Memorial Day. But today was a fun day because I went out with one of my new friends. And she's super nice. She's super cute also. And we went to Koreatown and we went to have lunch. We had some noodles. It was so good. And then we went to have bingsu. Oh my god, like it was called Wicked Snow. It was actually very good. So yeah, I like it. I'm planning on going back sometime. But you know, it's hard to get there because Koreatown is like an hour away from here. And the last time that I went to Koreatown here, I went by train. It took me an hour to get there, and then it started pouring rain. This HMRT was so big, and it had so many options, and so I was like in Wonderland, like I want everything, but I cannot bring anything because I don't have a car. And so today I went with my friend, and of course I bought a lot of soju because it was on sale because of Memorial Day. So that was my day today, and tomorrow I start work very early. Like at 6 a.m. again. And so, yeah. And then I'm going to sign the lease. Fingers crossed. Like, I really need to move out of here. ASAP. Because my plan is to go, to do, a lot of trips, to back and forth from the new apartment so I can have enough time to actually bring all my stuff. It's not a lot, but I don't want to spend money on Uber, to be honest. It's too expensive and I still don't trust people here. So yeah, that's it. My friend did actually told me oh, well, I don't know what time I'm gonna be off tomorrow, but maybe I can give you a ride with your stuff. And I'm like, oh, don't worry, I don't really want to bother people. And she's so nice for offering, but I don't want to mess with her plans if she had anything planned already. And so I didn't want her to feel bad for me. And I said oh, don't worry, it's gonna be an exercise for me. And so yeah, that's how I deal with it. And yeah, so that's about it. I need to keep studying Korean. That's the thing that I've been procrastinating about. I am about to finish my first course, so that's awesome, and I will get a certificate, but I still need to practice it. I went through it, I understand it, I just need to memorize it because I suck at it. Okay, well, I guess see you tomorrow. So this is how I'm doing things. It's time to move out of the Airbnb. So now I have to go to the new apartment. I already got keys and I already went twice today. So now this is my third trip. Taking the bus because of how much I have. Okay, so this is the last round. This is what I'm taking plus my backpack right now. And I also have like clothes that are washing right now. It's funny. It's already 9:30. I have to go to sleep because tomorrow I start work around 6 a.m. Shoot. It's I have to go now, and then after I will come back. I will have a quick dinner because I still have some cereal and I want to consume it all. And then I will go to sleep and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm taking this right now, and again by bus. And then tomorrow I will take just a change of clothes to work and all that stuff. So we're almost there. I still haven't ordered a bed. I need a bed because I don't have a bed to sleep tomorrow. Okay, yeah. I have to set up the Amazon hub and all that stuff, so we'll see. Yes, the Soyu made it to the new apartment. I'm not gonna show the apartment yet, just because I want to clean it up and organize, but probably tomorrow I will show you. I'm just gonna show you the Soyu. And yeah, that's about it. Now I have to go back to the other place. This is gonna be an attempt of me moving my mattress to my room, and I probably look very funny in this angle, but whatever. It's not as heavy as I thought, but still, it's very big, so it's a queen size, so especially because I don't want to get it dirty, and I don't want it to flip over something. No puedo. ¡Ah! I'm tired. Made it. So these people delivered my dining table and my chairs. It's too far from my apartment. I don't know how to carry all of this. Thank you.